Okay, let's just jump straight into it. Since this video might be a little longer than my typical videos, because I do try to keep them about 15 minutes, but there's a lot of information I want to give you guys. I think the more information, well, the more useful the information, the better it'll be for you. Alright, so last week we talked about green lights in recruiting. Green lights are basically when somebody's kind of asking you a casual conversation, different questions about the business. How much money do you make? How many parties do you do? What does your family think of this? What it really boils down to is they don't care what it has to do with you. They want to know how it would benefit them. So when you get the green light, your response is kind of the yellow light, because I want you to think of recruiting kind of like as a stoplight scenario. You get the green light, then you hit yellow, which is your response, and either you're going to go to red or you're going to go back to green. Now we're going to take this, you get the red light, and then you get the response, and we try to get them to go to green. Sometimes it will take a couple consultations of, discussing different things with the particular person who's interested. But you never want to force them into this. We're not in the convincing business. That's not what we do. We don't want to force people to do something they don't want to do. Because if you do that, they're not gonna work their business. They're not really gonna care about their business. They're just gonna be like, oh, cool, I got talked into signing up for something that I didn't really want to do. So I want you to keep in mind that an objection doesn't necessarily mean no. In reality, an objection is a chance for you to give them more information about the opportunity and how it can benefit them. Because remember, we're solution providers. We're there to help. This business will help them make money. It will help them strengthen their relationship with their friends, their family. They'll meet new people. There's just so many positive things about working for yourself. Alright, now there's a 5-step process. It's very similar to the way we conduct our sales. Is first you want to build a relationship. You get that relationship going with that person. Then you identify their need and what you can offer as a solution. And then you prevent and overcome any objections. With that, you also kind of create a solution. And the last part is you close the deal, which in this case, it would be signing them up. So when are you going to join my team? Alright, so first objection that I come across is, I don't have any friends. We all know that that's a lie. Everybody has friends. Yes, some people have larger groups of friends than others, but everybody has friends. What they're really saying is, I don't have any friends that I want to make feel obligated to have a party with me or buy from me or pressure them into, doing this for me. I personally am a firm believer that you should not start in your warm market. Your warm market is considered your friends and family. You will never get rich off of your friends and family. If that was the case, we'd already be rich. We wouldn't have to be doing this business. So ideally, you want to start your parties off with people who you don't know. But this is it's an objection. It's a valid objection. It's a valid feeling. And I actually have notes for this training call. A lot of information. The best response is from Karen Phelps. She is an amazing direct sales coach. You want to validate their feeling. You want to acknowledge them and say that, I know how you feel. I felt that way too. But what I found out though is when I first started, I asked my friends and family to have a party in the very beginning But then my business took off, and now I'm partying with women who I've never met before, such as our hostess this evening or my hostess this upcoming weekend. Yeah, because it's very true. If I look at my past parties for this past year, they've all been women I have not known from any of my friends. These were all parties that booked off of parties, or they were office leads. So when it's an office lead, I have no idea who they are. But, I get a chance to meet these amazing women who I would have never met otherwise. And it gets me out of my warm market. Because once you tap out your warm market, your friends are just going to kind of get annoyed that you keep asking them and, things of that nature. The next objection that I've come across is, I don't have enough time. If someone says they don't have enough time, they really don't understand the way the direct sales business works or how time compounding works. Because, let's face it, we all have 24 hours in a day. I'm not going to sugarcoat this at all. We all have 24 hours in a day. Some of us get more done than others. That is all due to effective scheduling. If you don't have a schedule for your business, make one. Stick to it. If, somebody says to you, I don't have enough time, but I don't have enough money either. If they go get a part-time job, how are they going to get that extra 20 hours squeezed into their so busy schedule? With your own business, you are your own boss, so you create your own hours. So, if you're working your business from sunup and sundown, that's not how you do it. I'm going to tell you that right now. That is not how you should be running your business. And if that's how you're running your business, please talk to me and we will get you on a solution to get you down to working maybe an hour a day on your business. You make an hour a day on your business and you will have significant increases in your income. I can promise you that. So, with not having the time, ask the person, is time the only issue that is holding you back, or is there something more to it? Because let's face it, we all make time in our lives for something we really want. If something could make you $1 million come Christmas time, would you find time for that? You bet your ass you would, because I sure as hell would. Yeah, I'm pretty passionate about that one. It really kind of bothers me when people say that they don't have time. I don't have enough time to do this. Yes, you do. Put down your phone. Get off of Facebook. Stop doing time-sucking activities versus income-producing activities. Yes, we all have things in our business that are, we have to invest time in, such as creating sales, flyers, things of that nature, where they're not exactly income-producing yet. But when you're spending an hour or 2 hours just trolling on Facebook, messing around online, just sitting around watching Netflix for 12 hours, that is valuable time that you could be using to your greatest potential to earn so much more than what you are right now. That's just the truth of the matter. Now, the next objection that I've come across is, I don't have a car, or my partner and I only have one car. Again, this is where our business is the perfect opportunity for them, because you have a job where you have to be there at X o'clock. If your spouse or partner or parent or whoever has the car and you can't be at that job, what's going to happen? You're going to lose that job, and there goes your income. With our business, we can do a lot of activities from home. We can do our connection calls, our hostess coaching, our refill calls, checking on clients, seeing how they're doing. We can do those activities. and we can schedule our parties around when we will have an available vehicle. That also goes into with number 4. I don't have childcare objection. Again, if you pick up a part-time job for 20, 30 hours a week, finding somebody to watch your child for that time during the week is going to be a lot harder than asking somebody to watch your child for a couple of hours on a Friday or Saturday night, especially if there's a significant increase in their monthly income. You know, we throw around that being your own boss is, you know, just a perk of the job, but when you actually connect the emotion with that statement, you will be surprised how strong of a statement that is and just how life-changing it is. Because you control your schedule, you control when you're going to have your parties, you control when you're going to be in your office working, you control when you're going to be out either marketing or gardening, as I like to refer to it. You know, and if you have children, you can go out during the afternoon, go to the store, and you can still talk to the cashier about your business. You can talk to the waitress. You know, you can pretty much talk to anybody about your business. The easiest way I found to do it is start with a compliment. I really like your blouse. Where'd you get it? And just build it from there. Really easy. You can do that with children. I've witnessed friends in this industry go out and market their business with their children in hand. Not that hard. I only have my man-child husband, so I don't have to worry about that as much. Also, with having children in hand, you know, that opens up a whole different group of networking. You have your mom's groups, your play groups, play dates, school teachers, all these people who you can tell about your business. There's always a way to overcome it. Number 5, this is one that I've heard a lot. My family or partner will disown me if I get into something like this. This is kind of sad, actually. But the reason, you really want to find out the reason why. You know, is it because it's the romance industry? Or does their family partner just not fully understand what we as consultants do for this company? Do they think that when we go to a party we're just, you know, whipping out our boobs and showing everybody, like, full on how these products work? You know, ask them, what makes you say that? Why would your family not support you in this decision to better your life, you know, and have more of a financial stability being brought into the household? You know, it could be that they've tried direct sales before and they failed miserably. Or it could be that they've tried it before and they never followed through with it. Yeah, so to really overcome that objection, you need to find out what their why. Why is that person not going to support them? Excuse me. All this talking. Alright, number 6 objection. I'm not a salesperson. That's awesome. I love it when people tell me that because I'm not a salesperson either. That is the biggest misconception of our industry. We are not in a sales industry. We are in a relationship industry. What we do is we tell people we love about the products that we love. That's all there is to it. Granted, we have to tell a lot of people, but in reality, we're just recommending products that will help enhance their lives and make things easier for them. Don't we all want things to be easier? Especially shaving your legs, having soft skin, having nice hair, having more orgasms, you know. I don't want salespeople. I don't want anybody to ever have buyer's remorse from a party when they leave feeling like I pressured them into something that they don't want to purchase. So if somebody says that, tell them that's great. Because I'm not looking for a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. Now, number 7, I've tried this before. Again, that's perfectly okay. I know a lot of people who have tried different direct sales companies. They didn't pan out for them. Actually, my team leader, your grandma, Lori, she originally started with Pampered Chef. Did not make any money doing that. And then she joined Athena's, and she makes a pretty significant income, I must say. So, yeah, again, this objection, you'll want to get curious. Ask them, well, how did that work out for you? What made you stop? You know, did you not have a good team leader? You know, what was it? Then you can overcome that objection. Because I don't know about you, but I don't know anybody who's still working at their very first job they ever had, who's still with their very first boyfriend or girlfriend they ever had, or still driving around their first car that they ever purchased. It's okay if the first time doesn't work out. You know, it's no big deal, and plus things have changed. This is my second time being with Athena's. I just love the product. I wanted to come back, so I didn't really have any want to go and find another company. I just wanted to get back into the direct sales industry because of the opportunity that it holds and just how much fun it is. Alright, objection number 8. I don't know enough about the industry or the product. These are my favorite people. That is exactly what I want. If they're willing to learn, I will be willing to teach them how to do it correctly the first time. One great thing about somebody who has never been in the industry is you don't have to battle with, well, company XYZ did it this way. Why aren't our plans set up like this? This company did it like this before. Why don't we do it like this? And can I do this because I did it like this in my other company? No, I don't want to have to unteach everything that, you know, somebody's been taught. I'll do it if I have to, but you know, that should not be an objection for somebody to not want to join. Because we have tons of training, our team culture, our meetings, everything. They can learn so much. You know, if they're interested, they'll learn. That's what I've discovered. If they want it bad enough, they'll learn how to do it. It's just like, you know, any job you try to apply for. You know, you look in the help wanted ads, experience required, 5 years, 4 years, 10 years. This industry, you don't need experience. And then you can still be amazing at it within your first few months, all the way through your career. You know? So, there's always learning. Besides, never going to know everything about this industry. It is constantly changing, constantly evolving. Our products, the way we run things, there's always going to be change, and there's always going to be learning that needs to be done. Now, number 9 is a very common objection I hear a lot, even just in casual conversation, is I can never get up and talk in front of a group. Truth is, I still get nervous when I do parties. I get butterflies. I'm like, you know. The first 2 minutes of the party where I'm actually in front of everybody, those are like the worst 2 minutes for me. But once I get past that, I breathe, I relax, I just kick back and I go into my spiel. I can pretty much do it in my sleep now. The truth is, with this objection, you want to acknowledge it, you want to validate it. That is a very true feeling, but you will overcome it with practice. That's all it takes is practice. A lot of practice. My first party was so terrible. So terrible. I think I was shaking more than the vibrators were shaking. And then I spilled lube all over my friend's carpet because I was showing the virtuality sleep and I just poured it in. Water-based lubricant. This is before we had perfect harmony. And of course it just dripped through all the way the whole sleeve on to her carpet next to her children's toys, all like mortified. But then I got to explain the benefits that water-based lube does not stain. Yeah, my first party was a train wreck and I could just not stop the terribleness, but it was still a $600 party. And that is what branched me off into all these people who I would have never met before. So it takes practice, and everybody puts so much pressure on being perfect. Nobody is perfect. To this day, I don't do perfect at my parties. Because perfect isn't fun. Nobody wants to, some perfect presentation. It's just not as fun as if you come across as a normal human being. We all mess up, we all make mistakes. How many times have I scratched my nose throughout this video or looked down at my notes? It happens. We're people. This is what we do. We're just people trying to explain things to other people. Now, number 10 is actually the only objection that I can truly validate as a real objection is I don't have the money to start. It's that saying, you can't get blood from a turnip or blood from a stone, or can't get money out of my butt. I don't know. But whatever that saying is, that's a hard objection. When somebody says that to you, you wanna be gentle with them, because for them to open up to you and say that definitely puts them in a very vulnerable spot. Like, I want to, but I can't. Your best response for that is, this is why you need to join my team, so you never have to utter those words again. Because there is something truly freeing about being able to go into the store and buy what you need or buy what you want without having to worry about, is there enough money in the bank? Am I going to have enough money to pay my bills? All the stress that money puts on us. Kind of crazy, the things that money does to people. But this is also a very lucrative career. In this scenario, I would always offer the Hostess to Goddess program. Let her get her starter kit for free. The only thing that they would be responsible for paying is the shipping and handling, which I believe it's $29.95. They have to pay that no matter what. So, maybe you can talk that with her, or if you think she's going to be, a rock star, maybe take that $30 out of your profits and help her get started. I do not recommend buying kits for anybody. That kind of takes away the whole, their want to do it. It kind of, I just don't like it. It doesn't seem that they would be as invested in the business because somebody else bought it for them and they're like, oh hey, it's like a free ride. Or you can have them do a party to go, which is, you can use it very similar to Hostess to Goddess. It's just basically a catalog party where she goes around and she collects all outside orders. She explains the products to her friends, the people she knows, cooks the orders for you. You process it just like a party, and she gets her starter kit that way. Or you can do what I like to call, to ask them if they have 3 angels in their life. Ask her if, do you know 3 people who could lend you $30? That's $90 right there. That covers most of the $99 starter kit, but she would still be vested in for another $30, $35. As she gets parties, she can start paying back her 3 angels. Or, it's springtime now. It is yard sale season. I don't know about you, but I cannot walk outside to my front yard without seeing like 4 of my neighbors at least having a yard sale going on all at the same time. I have to resist from walking down there and buying things I don't need, because yard sales have a thing of doing that to me. Oh, what's this? I don't need it. So that is another way for her to earn extra money. Also, you can get with her to figure out her credit cycle, to see if maybe she can put the starter kit on her credit card, like when her credit cycle starts, and to get it paid off before it hits and starts collecting interest, which can easily be done if she books a party within, her first 1 to 2 weeks after training. It can be done, and you can make profit off of your first parties to replenish what you invested for your kit. Of course, as I said last week about the green lights and, asking how much it costs to start a business, you also want to explain to her our monthly charges. She'll have to get business cards, things of that nature. Or if you want to gift her with a set of business cards from Vistaprint, go right ahead. It's just something small to help get her started. These are all things you can do to help your new team member. Now, the next objection really isn't an objection, more as just somebody sort of blurting out something they don't understand, and I've heard this before at a couple of my parties, is this a pyramid scheme? I always have to chuckle when somebody says that. And then what's really interesting is if you ask them, do you actually know what a pyramid scheme is? 90% of the time they don't know, or they say it's the person at the top that makes the most money, and sometimes there's no product. Well, one, we're a multi-level marketing program. That's what we are. Meaning no matter what your level, you can earn more money than your leader. I know 2 of you this month actually earn more than me. So look at that. But that is why multi-level marketing is legal, is because the person at the top doesn't make the most money. Someone towards the bottom can be making more than their leader, and so forth. Plus we have product, we have trainings, we're incorporated, all these things that show that we are a legit business. So, overall, that are the 10 most common objections that I have heard throughout the course of being a goddess that I want to share with you ladies and give you some tips on how to overcome them. Sorry if I got on my soapbox on a couple of topics, but some of them I feel very passionate about, especially the time management. Now, I hope you ladies enjoyed this. Next video is going to be very short, kind of more of a, I want to get your feedback on a couple of things, sort of dealio. And I want to thank you again for sticking through and watching this video, and I hope you picked up a couple of tips.